Good evening, everyone. First of all, Mili Aishwarya, thank you for publishing the book. Shobhaa, for convincing Karan to write a book. And all his friends who are here, I'm sure, who have formulated his life, who have, done things in his life which comprise of the book that he's written. And Karan, it's a wonderful thing that you've done. I think yours is an extremely beautiful life. Yours is an extremely important life that people should read about. I don't know if people will learn or not, but it's important to know of your experiences. My only questioning part of this whole book is the title. I find that a little different. It could have been titled anything. It could have been titled, according to me, apart from The Unsuitable Boy, it could have been the Good Boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. If his father was here, he would vouch for it. His mother is here, she would vouch for it all the time. You know, there are very few boys who sit down with their mothers at night and discuss tele-shopping. He does that at 3 a.m. Wherever he is in the middle of a party, but he'll come back and he'll say, Mom, मैंने सुना है वो tele-shopping network पर एक नई चीज़ आई है, let's sit down and buy it. That's a good boy. He's an intelligent boy. I think that's what the book could have been called. And intelligent not in terms of just general knowledge or Wikipedia stuff or the stuff we all read on Google, but he understands things, he understands people, he realizes situations, he walks into a room and he knows what's happening. And I find that extremely gifted. I think he has a gift from God that he can understand people and use it intelligently. And even with me, if I may say so, there are very few people who can keep up conversations with me because I'm such a genius. But really, I say that with humility and modesty. But he's been able to have conversations with me, the best conversations I've had in my life, late into nights in New York or here. Or sometimes when I'm just alone, I call Karan and say, let's just talk. He is perhaps one of the most intelligent conversationalists and speakers that there is, at a personal level, at a professional level, or at any given level. And if he doesn't know it, he can wing it really, really well. I truly, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this, I truly believe my children, my wife, and myself, we truly have arrived because I have a full chapter in your book. So thank you so much. God bless you. And may Allah give you happiness, health, goodness, children, many of them, and everything that you ever wanted. God bless you and thank you for calling me here and giving me such an honor. Thank you.
So Karan, let's get the easy stuff out of the way right now. The easiest part of the book, right? Why is India obsessed by your sexuality? Easy.
Well, that's for some reason, as I said, the word conjecture is a word I use very often on my talk show. Well, that is because when people don't have final answers, they tend to kind of, browse around the topic always. And so have I. And but in the book, I've said what I felt the need to, and I've said it in a way that I felt I needed to express it. And there's really nothing more to say. So I think that every answer anyone's looking for is in the book.
But in your film, when you're talking about the process where you were going to shoot the scene, very interesting conversation that you had with Shah Rukh, when all of you had second thoughts whether to go all the way and show Rani and him in bed or suggest that they've actually had sex, where you were advised against it, and even Shah Rukh was not sure whether it should have that scene or it should be like the Meryl Streep scene where it ends without them actually doing it.
I was in a zone of abandon at that time. I was like, I felt I had wings. I wanted to fly as a filmmaker. But when I look back, I feel like I remember very clearly, and I've said it, that when the scene was going on, I was watching it at a preview, and there was a very traditional couple watching it. And the moment Shah Rukh and Rani check into the hotel in Kabhi Alvida, the lady turned to her husband and he said, "Don't worry, dream sequence hai." And because they imagined that this is not possible. In a Karan Johar film, it's not possible that this would actually transpire. At the moment they realized it was not a dream sequence, 5 minutes later they were out of their cinema halls. So I've realized that, sometimes topics like this are brushed under the carpet in our society. We don't like to watch what is startling and truthful on celluloid. We like to watch virtue and morality, say the right messaging. The moment you make viewing uncomfortable, the moment you say things that hit you hard, those are the films that bother you the most, and you have extreme reactions. Kabhi Alvida had extreme reactions. I had people come and say, I hated it. The only reason you can hate it if it's the truth of your home. And it's the truth of your marriage. You can't hate that film otherwise. Or had people say it's uncomfortable to see this film with my spouse, because what do you say after? Oh, I loved the film, what did you love about it? You know, or if I hated it, then why did you hate it so much? You know, so it's basically, it was more commentary. So the film did so much, and someone told me that it did so much better in the West, because there's a culture of watching film alone. So there are men who went alone and women who went alone, but in India we go as a couple or as a family, and it's an uncomfortable watch sometimes.